Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of the Desert Gridiron Game Plan here on the Epic Sports Network. James Poovey coming to you live alongside my broadcast partner, Mr. Ed Cole. And Ed, do we have a jam-packed show this evening, my friend? We are so excited about our matchups this week. We're featuring, of course, our Thursday night football game, which we'll have for you on 12 Plus this week. It is the Cactus Shadows Falcons and the Desert Edge Scorpions. And coming up in the second half of tonight's show, Ed, another fantastic matchup as the Queen Creek Bulldogs head north to North Las Vegas to battle the Mojave Rattlers. It's going to be a great show.
JP, I just love the variety of high school football, right? That teams from Arizona can travel to Nevada and take on a great, outstanding championship football team. They're over there in the Mojave Rattlers. They are the champions of their respective conference. So that's going to be a stiff test for our team that's going to travel from Arizona that's representing this state. But for us, Thursday night, we're going to the home of the 5A state champions, which is right up the road from me. So that's an easy trip for me. I love that. I saw it on the schedule. I said, oh, a trip to Desert Edge again? I can't wait for this one.
Right down the road from your place. And let me tell you, right. I'm anticipating nothing less than standing room only out there on Thursday night, Ed, as this matchup has been well talked about, well covered in social media. You and I were just watching a video moments before we took the air here where these teams are just ready to duke it out. And I could not be more excited for this week's matchup.
And Cactus Shadows wants revenge on Desert Edge, right? They knocked them out in the first round of the playoffs, beat them 42-19 on my birthday last November. So, they're looking to exact a little bit of revenge, get off to a fast start in week one of the season, get off to a 1-0 start. They love to go to the home of the champions, knock them off and start off strong and make the champions 0-1. So we will see what happens. That's going to be a great game. As you mentioned, JP, so much chatter back and forth on social media. This is going to be a fun one on Thursday.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, and there'll be some pregame festivities going on that field, no doubt about it. You know how those teams will separate at the 50-yard line, have their respective warm-up periods, and I'm sure there'll be a little bit of jawing down there on the field during the pregame, don't you think?
Oh, of course, and we'll be down there for the pregame, so we'll hear a lot of that chatter, a lot of that back and forth. Man, that should be something. Yeah,
we're hoping to have Coach Chris Dixon joining us here on the program, along with his tight end of the Cactus Shadows Falcons, Alex Daphnis. But this is going to be a great game. And, Ed, when you think about this matchup, a lot of times the pressure really lies on that defending state champion because they're playing with the pressure. It's a home game for Desert Edge. And Cactus Shadows is able to just come in there and play a little bit looser, I would think, and just play football.
And, every team in the state that has not won a championship, JP, that cannot claim themselves as champions coming into the season, they want to be where Desert Edge is as champions. They want to be public enemy number one, which the Scorpions are. Everybody is gunning for them. They see Desert Edge on their schedule. Oh, that's the 5A champs. That's the champs. Whether we go to Goodyear or whether they come to our place, they just want to knock off the champions and make it hard for them to make a repeat championship run. So it's going to be fun. Yeah, as you mentioned, Cactus Shadows can kind of basically let it all hang out because, they're the road team. They're going up against the champions. And yes, the champions have something to prove as they try to repeat. And why not get off to a fast start at home if they can get a win over there in Goodyear just down the street from me?
And, of course, the Cactus Shadows Falcons featuring the NAU commit and quarterback Donovan Dixon. This young man is something special, and he has a multitude of weapons at his disposal there at Cactus Shadows.
JP, him being the main weapon himself, almost 4,000 yards of all-purpose last season. 1,202 rushing yards last year, about 2,700 yards passing. Oh, what more can Donovan Dixon do? Can he repeat the output and the display and the explosion that he had at that QB spot and the running back spot as a dual threat quarterback? Man, that young man, I can't wait to see him and call a lot of his plays on Thursday.
We're going to be saying his name over and over again on Thursday night. We had a chance to check them out at the O'Connor Showcase during spring football, and they looked good. He looked even better then than he did at the end of last season when we had that playoff game, that 5A quarterfinal over there at Desert Edge. And as I talked to you before about, Ed, I knew that if we had a chance to get this sort of game on our schedule for Thursday night football this season, we had to get it, and we are lucky to have gotten that game.
And it's great right on week one, too, right? We got past week 0. A little bit of a Mother Nature wasn't too happy with us last week. So we did what we could with Pima and SCA. So we are hoping that Mother Nature cooperates in 48 hours and we can have a clean game of football over in Goodyear. Because if we can, that should be a barn burner. That'll be a slobber knocker, as James Poovey likes to say.
Yeah, there's going to be some slobber knocking around over there on Thursday night in Goodyear. The tight end for the Cactus Shadows Falcons is Mr. Alex Daphnis. And this young man, like I said, Ed, just one of the outstanding weapons that Donovan Dixon has over there for the Falcons.
And that's something. When Alex Daphnis gets loose, we'll see him. We're checking him here on the plays. So he gets loose, he gets past his offensive linemen. They block so well for him. All Donovan's got to do is either hand the football off, just pitch it to him, or find him deep. As we see the 3 arrows on him right now, he's in that slot receiver spot right there. As Donovan, he's waiting to get the snap. He's looking, just fires. He flares it out to him. Great blocking by the wide receiver, and Alex is off to the races. Man, look how good that guy follows his blockers and makes holes for himself, JP.
And then look at him accelerate there, Ed, towards the end of the play. He's got the wheels, he's got the hands, got the really soft hands that you want to have as a tight end, and really good in the run game as well, coming up there and assisting those offensive linemen and opening those holes for the backs.
And doesn't every quarterback want to have a target like an Alex Daphnis, a guy like you mentioned, all the intangibles that you just mentioned? He's got everything. This kid has got the entire complete package. As we see him out there, he's out wide, and Donovan gets the snap. He's back there in the shotgun as we're calling the football game. We're ready for Thursday, aren't we, JP?
We're so ready. I cannot wait to get back over there. It's always an awesome time at Desert Edge, and this game just makes it even that much more important. And I'm excited to see these two teams finally get it on. They've been talking all off season, and these two teams just ready to get it on.
Yeah, and what more can you expect from two playoff teams? Of course, again, Desert Edge winning the 5A state championship and Cactus Shadows making the playoffs with a 7-5 record. Two playoff teams from a year ago. Again, DE knocking them off last November in the opening round of the playoffs. So revenge is clearly on Cactus Shadows' mind. And for the champions, they want to start off 1-0, be healthy, play smart, complete football offensively, defensively, and on special teams. They want to come out and play as flawless a game of football as they can.
And Cactus Shadows is going to have to come out and really play good defense on Thursday night as well, because we know about the offensive weapons that Desert Edge has in Blake Roscoff, and we could go on and on and on about the special players over there in Goodyear.
Oh, yeah. Blake had a great season as well last year. So we're looking at two really good quarterbacks that's going to be on display right now. Zarek Sidney and so many other weapons that Blake has at his disposal. Man, this may turn out to be an aerial show for both of these football teams, but they run the ball so well. So it could be a balanced offense for both of these teams. Or do they go through the air, or do they sling it through the air like they did right there? Or do they establish a running game? We will see on Thursday night. Whatever the game plan is for these football teams, we will watch it unfold in Goodyear, and it will be on Thursday Night Football on the 12 Plus app and the Epic Sports Network.
We are so excited to bring you this one, a rematch of the 5A quarterfinal from 2024. Of course, we had that game right here on the Epic Sports Network on the NFHS network last season, and we're excited to bring that game to 12 Plus this season. We're going to take a quick commercial timeout, and when we return, we're going to talk about a couple other outstanding Thursday night games that are coming up this week. Ed, this might be one of the best Thursday night slates in Arizona high school football history. Stay with us here on the Desert Gridiron Game Plan. We will be right back with more after the break. Get ready to feel the burn in Phoenix's newest hotspot. Hot Chicken Alley brings the sizzling Nashville-style hot chicken straight to your plate. Our finger-licking sandwiches will set your taste buds on fire. Come join us for a taste of Nashville right here in Phoenix at the corner of Tatum and Thunderbird. Brace yourself for a flavor explosion that'll keep you coming back for more. Hot Chicken Alley, a proud supporter of Thursday Night Football, right here on the Epic Sports Network.
It starts with a dream and a desire to be the best. You got the talent, you got the drive, and the work ethic. But to get recruited, it takes more than that. You need a playbook. That's where Recruit ID comes in. Our digital tools connect you with college programs that are fast, easy, and effective. Your dream is closer than you think. Let's get you seen. Visit recruitid.net and take your recruitment to the next level.
Have you had the craving for the best burrito anywhere? Well, you've come to the right place. Welcome to Burrito Express, your local burrito joint. Come on in.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to Burrito Express.
With 7 Valley locations and a new South Chandler location opening soon, your new favorite burrito is just right around the corner. Burrito Express, a proud supporter of Thursday Night Kickoff on CW7 Arizona.
All Insurance has been serving Arizona drivers for over 30 years. So we have the experience to take great care of you. We can help you over the phone or face-to-face from one of our 30 convenient valley-wide locations. We represent all of the top carriers, so we do the shopping for you. Find out why we're the most referred agency in Arizona. All insurance, insurance for all.
We welcome you back to the Desert Gridiron Game Plan here on the Epic Sports Network. And Ed, we mentioned it a moment ago, an absolutely bananas slate of Thursday night football coming up this week, including the Hamilton Huskies traveling to battle the ALA Queen Creek Patriots, the Basha Bears at the Brophy Prep Broncos, Mountain View, the Toros, under the direction of Coach Andy Litton, head out to the west side, out in the NOPO, to battle the Liberty Lions. I mean, you take your pick this Thursday, but we know where we'll be, but we'll also be checking in on some of those other outstanding matchups coming up this Thursday night.
Yeah, JP, I love the fact that they're getting all these Titans together early in the season in week one. They've got all these big teams. They're squaring off already. That lets you know that we are squared off and we are ready for 12 plus outstanding weeks of great football. I wish we could cover it all, but you and I can only be in one place at one time. Otherwise, I'd love to clone myself and call 4 different football games in one night and be in every single location. But just the sheer amount of talent and great organizations and great programs that you just mentioned, just 3 games right there off the bat. Those are 6 outstanding football teams, not to mention the 2 that we're going to feature on Thursday night. That just lets you know the talent level of Arizona football, man, is through the roof, and they're getting it going in week 1.
They are, Ed. And if you think about it, it's so crazy now just to have so many outstanding games on a Thursday night, when just five short years ago, my friend, it was a tough sell to put a Thursday night football game on the air.
Yeah, and you and I were just kind of gum and shoestring. We're kind of putting this thing together when we first started doing a Thursday night football. Now see how we've grown, how the state of Arizona football has grown, now we're seeing so many more Thursday night football games. That lets you know that football in Arizona is blowing up big time.
Yes, it is. We're going to take a brief commercial timeout, and when we return, we will await the arrival of Coach MacArthur and a special guest he's bringing with him from the Desert Edge Scorpions. Stay with us. More Desert Gridiron Game Plan when we return from the break right here on the Epic Sports Network. Stay with us.
Exciting news for high school football fans and all of us here at 12 News. Select prep football games will be streamed live on Thursday nights this season.
And the best news of all, it starts this Thursday with a rematch of the 2A state championship game. 2-time defending champions from Scottsdale Christian. They'll kick off the season at 7 o'clock against Pima. They'll be a part of the first of 12 stream games this year on 12+.
After that, catch Cactus Shadows taking on Desert Edge the following Thursday in the big school season opener. Every single week through the first week of the playoffs, tune into 12+ Thursday nights at 7 p.m. for some high school football. And if you need more of the best sports coverage in town, including Friday Night Fever and then some, download 12+ for your TVs right now. Starting this week, a new episode of 12 Sports Tonight will stream on Wednesdays at 12+, beginning at 8 o'clock. We'll be right back.
On game day, communication is everything. Procom offers the most powerful, most reliable headsets on the market. Paired with our state-of-the-art coach-to-player communication tools, your team is sure to dominate. It's time to communicate like a pro. Visit us at procomheadsets.com.
We welcome you back to the Desert Gridiron Game Plan here on the Epic Sports Network as we await Coach MacArthur and a special guest joining us from the Desert Edge Scorpions. And Ed, while we have this brief moment, we want to encourage everyone to make sure and tune in on Thursday night for that game between Cactus Shadows and Desert Edge, as we're going to feature a segment that we've come up this year highlighting some notable alumni, and we're blessed to have none other than DJ Warner. Deshaun Warner will join us from Dallas, Texas. He's now a member of the Southern Methodist University Mustangs. And Ed, he's going to be doing some great things in Dallas, Texas this fall.
Yeah, so excited to talk to DJ on Thursday night just to see where he has been ever since he left Desert Edge. Had a great career there. And as you mentioned, moving on to the Division I ranks of football, now he's making an impact at that level. And we hope in a couple more years, he's going to make an impact at that next level, JP, above college football. If we can see that young man have his name called at the NFL draft in a few years, man, that'll make it pretty much complete for his career, won't it?
It very well could be, Ed. You know, he had some so good amount of playing time last week at the or last season up there at Kansas.
Mhm.
And so we're excited to see what he's going to do there at SMU. While we wait, Coach MacArthur, let's go ahead and get Coach Chris Dixon in here really quick from the Cactus Shadows Falcons. Coach, thank you so much for taking the time. We got a couple minutes here with you. Give us a breakdown of the offseason. We got a chance to see you guys out at the O'Connor Showcase in the spring. Just tell us what's been going on there at Cactus Shadows since then.
Well, we've been trying to build. Every day has been a day to get better. The guys have just put a lot of time into themselves first to try to find their way. And now they're putting it together as a team. The one thing I can say is going into this season, it looks like we got a pretty good team as a whole. So their attitudes have been up with each other, and they've been holding each other accountable and, being together and riding with each other through everything.
Coach, how encouraged are you to see these young men from your first day of organized activities up until this point, where you're getting ready to kick off the season in 48 hours against the 5A champions? How encouraged are you to see these young men grow from that day up until this day, come Thursday night?
Well, I'm excited. I feel like no matter the adversity, they have found a way to, find each other and lean on each other and ride with each other. And so, since summer started and those things, it has allowed us to really grow as a team and just to see it, come in the fold. It's been amazing.
Coach, you brought along Alice Daphnis with you tonight, your tight end. Tell us a little bit about this young man. We got a chance to watch his film just a little bit earlier in the show, but tell us what he means to the Cactus Shadows offense.
I think he means a lot. He had a great year last year as a junior. A lot of people don't know that he was probably one of the top leading yards guys in the state last year as a tight end. And so, he does a lot for us. And, this year we're excited to display some more of his talents and some things he can really do. And I think he's, like I always say, and I'll say it on here, he's one of the top 2 tight ends, and he definitely ain't 2. So, I feel like, he needs to get a little bit more love. I think he's a little bit disrespected, in terms of when people rating him, but he definitely means the world to me, as you can hear it in my voice. So, I think he's the top tight end in the state.
Yes, sir. Alex, how does that make you feel to hear your head coach say that you're one of the top 2 tight ends in the state and you ain't number 2? So that the process of elimination, that makes you number 1.
Yes, sir. It feels good, but he's always hard on me, but that's just to make me better. So to finally hear it is really nice.
Alex, what does it mean to play for a coach like Chris Dixon, who really pours a lot into the football team, spends countless hours? A lot of folks have no idea how much time these high school football coaches spend, not only with you guys, but about you guys when they're even not with you guys.
Well, going into high school, I wasn't going to come here. I'm from here, but I was going to go to Notre Dame. And then I saw that we got a new football coach, and I was like, I'm just going to try this first year out and see how it goes. And after the first year, Coach Dixon just completely changed my mind on that. He spent time with us. He worked with us. He tried to get us better every single day and just spent time with us to make us feel like at home pretty much.
Alex, outside of Coach Dixon, what is it about the program at Cactus Shadows that's allowed you to be explosive and put up these kind of numbers that Coach Dixon and everybody knows that you're capable of doing and what they expect you to do this season?
It's just everyone loves each other. Like, we've grown together, so we know each other like really well, and we all want to see each other exceed, which is a very big part of a successful team. And no one really just wants to succeed themselves and see everyone else do bad. Everyone supports each other, and that's really helped me, and everyone just pushing me and just everyone pushing each other to be better every day.
Alex, in the last minute or two we have here with you guys, tell us about your excitement for Thursday night's matchup against those Desert Edge Scorpions.
They knocked us off last year. That's something I don't want to experience again. I want to get back at them, and I want to win this game just to show everyone, because not even our school believes that we're going to win, but everyone on our team believes that we have a really good chance, and we just want to show the world what we can do.
Last one for me, Alex. Having Donovan Dixon as your quarterback, this kid is just amazing. He is a dual threat, a monster at the QB spot. How does he make you better? And what have you done to make him better and increase his level of play coming into the season too?
Well, Donovan and I met freshman year, and then sophomore year is when we became more friends. We started hanging out, and I feel like just us hanging out together just made us better. We'd go to the field, we'd throw all the time, and I feel now we have like the same thought process when it comes to routes and all that. So he knows when I'm going to sit, I know where he's going to throw the ball, so that just makes us be able to have like a better connection and get more yards out of that.
Alex, any special traditions you guys like to do as you get ready for a big ball game like this? Maybe you get together and break bread, or you do something special together as a group? Talk to us about that here in the last minute or so.
So today we had our pizza and film night, which just happened about 2 hours ago, and that we all just get together, eat, watch some film, and we all spend time together before the first game. And that's happening tomorrow after practice too. So we all get to have dinner together, and that's going to be a great time. We're just going to talk about the game and get ready.
Coach Chris Dixon and Alex Daphnis, tight end for the Cactus Shadows Falcons, joining us here on the Desert Gridiron Game Plan. Gentlemen, thank you for your time. Appreciate you popping in right quick, and we look forward to seeing you on Thursday night over there in Goodyear.
No problem. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Stay with us, a brief commercial timeout, and we will welcome the Desert Edge Scorpions when we return from the break. Stay with us. More of the Desert Gridiron Game Plan after the break.
On game day, communication is everything. Procom offers the most powerful, most reliable headsets on the market. Paired with our state-of-the-art coach-to-player communication tools, your team is sure to dominate. It's time to communicate like a pro. Visit us at procomheadsets.com.
We welcome you back to the Desert Gridiron Game Plan. Joining us now, head coach Henry MacArthur from the Desert Edge Scorpions, and Cam Hamill joining us here, extraordinary defensive back for the Scorpions. Coach Henry, thank you so much for taking the time. It's always a pleasure to visit with you. I'm just going to start out right away. How excited are you guys for Thursday night?
We're really excited. You know, the guys have been working hard ever since a week after the state championship game to get stronger, get faster, get better, and prepare themselves for this season. So it's an exciting time.
I asked Coach Dixon this as well, Coach. I'm going to ask you, from the first day of organized activities up until now, as you're 48 hours away from kicking this thing off against Cactus Shadows, what have you been impressed with your football team? What are some things that you still need to work on as we're just 2 short days away from the season opener?
I think we're ready. I'll reserve judgment to see what we were ready for and what we need to work on after we play. We gotta put ourselves to the test and see where we are.
Coach, tell us about this young man you brought along with us here tonight, Cam Hamill.
Cam is a special person, special player. Came to us from out of state. Nobody knew who he was. Came from a program that was a little bit of a struggling program, and came in and has worked himself to be the #1 rated player in the state. So he put in a lot of time, a lot of effort in the weight room, on the track, on the field, to really maximize his opportunity here. And he's done that. So I couldn't be more proud of Cam, and I'm expecting a really big senior season from him.
Camo, first, JP and I want to congratulate you on your commitment to Texas A&M, becoming a Texas A&M Aggie. Congratulations on that. I can look up and down all these teams all these schools that were interested, through offers at you, but why Texas A&M? Why did you choose the Aggies over all these other teams that I'm looking at?
I feel like I chose them because the nickel position, I played nickel in high school, and they have a really good nickel coach, and I just wanted to be a part of that.
Tell us a little bit more about your commitment down there in College Station, and you're going to go down there and play for Coach Mike Elko. A lot of traditions down there at Texas A&M. I'm sure they've told you about that bonfire by now. Am I right?
No, I don't really know what that is.
Oh, you're going to find out about that very quickly after you get down there.
I'm going there this weekend. I'll ask them about it.
Are you really? Okay.
Oh, you will find out about that for sure. But we're excited to watch you play. How much has the coaching staff there at Desert Edge poured into you and made you not only a better player, but a better person?
A lot. All our coaches, they push all of us every day, whether you got offers or don't. Like I said, it's really like hard coaching. they not taking nothing easy because they know that everybody's coming after us, and we got to perform every day in that. And to be able to do that, we got to do that in practice also.
Camo, let me ask you, how do you not get caught up in your own hype about reading the press clippings and everything that they say about you being the #1 rated cornerback in the state of Arizona? Oh yeah, he's going to Texas A&M. He's going to be an Aggie. He's this, he's that. How do you keep yourself grounded and not let all that noise get to you and affect your football game for you to just go out there, do what you do and play football?
I go back to the days where I had nothing, and I feel like that's what keep me humble. Just knowing how I felt to have nothing and how I feel to have everything, it's like a good balance.
Cam, have you always played defensive back? And what other position have you shined at in the game of football?
Up until ninth grade, I played running back my whole life, and then I switched to corner my freshman year and played corner on freshman, JV, and varsity throughout the whole week. And then sophomore year, I switched to safety, and then junior year, Henry put me at nickel.
Was it much of a transition for you, Camo, knowing you started off your football career at the running back spot, but now moving over the defense? Was it much of a change and an adjustment for you?
Yeah, it was, because I came into high school like 6 foot, like I was a big freshman, and they were like, I went to play quarterback and running back, and they were like, absolutely not, and put me at corner.
A question for you, Coach. How do you? We always talk about how tough it is to win a state championship, but it's even tougher to defend that. What's the mindset going in to game one of the season, just less than 48 hours from now, knowing that the target is squarely on your back?
Yeah, we really haven't talked about last year. We don't talk about defending the championship or being champions. Last year's team was champions, and Cam was a part of that team, so he can forever hold on to that of being a state champion in that year. But this is a totally different year, different schedule, different team, different teammates, different coaching staff. Every year is different. So we're just ready one game at a time. Obviously, the goal is to win a state championship, but I think our guys and our coaching staff for sure understands that what we did last year has no bearings on what we want to do or can do or can't do this year. We have to prove it on the field each and every week.
Coach, what challenges do a new season present? Players come, players go. It's never the same team from year after year. What are those kind of challenges for you? And what does that do for you as you prepare for a season, knowing, okay, man, I've got to prepare differently, knowing that this team is different from last year's team. And again, like JP mentioned, you're public enemy #1. Everybody's coming after you.
Every year is fun. It's a fun challenge. That's what makes coaching football fun. It's a chess match, and you got certain guys coming back, certain guys leaving, certain young guys you have to depend on, other positions where you have guys like Cam that have plenty of experience. So it's all fun. It's all part of the game and the chess match of figuring out which 11 guys need to be in which 11 spots on both sides of the ball to give the team the best chance to win. So it's a fun challenge for me and for the staff.
Coach, in the last minute we have here with you guys, tell us about your staff. And we know that you can't do this alone, and it takes a village here in this game of football. Talk to us about the guys that support you day in and day out.
Yeah, on the offensive side of the ball, we have a new OC, Coach Goodlow, who's came in and he's done a tremendous job and fit right in. Really excited to see uh, the level that he can take this offense to. And then we have our assistant head coach and offensive line coach, Coach GT, Coach Nick, who took over play calling duties at the end of last year. We have Coach Rob, who coaches quarterbacks, Coach Peasy, Coach Estrada. We got a lot of Coach Lang on the offensive side of the ball. Defensive side of the ball, you got Coach Larry Luttrell, who's taking on a bigger role this year. Coach Ryan, Coach Tim Cayley, Coach Cecil Fleming, who is in his second year as our corners coach, who's doing a tremendous job. We have. I'm really happy with our staff and thankful for them, and we wouldn't be able to do anything we do without those guys and the hard work they put in.
Cam, last one for me, for you, going up against Donovan Dixon, one of the best quarterbacks in the state, and Alex Daphnis, we had him on as well. They present so many problems for you as a defense. When you're scouting them, when you're getting prepared for them as you have this week, what do you see in this offense, and what are you going to have to do to slow those guys down and keep them at bay on Thursday?
We're just going to have to play hard-nosed football. That's all.
There you
That's
have
what I
it, Ed.
believe.
It doesn't get much simpler than that. I mean, let's face it,
Right.
guys. This game is and has always been and will always be about blocking and tackling. And whichever team does that the best usually comes out on top. We thank you so much for your time. We cannot wait to get over to your place on Thursday afternoon. And we wish you luck on Thursday. We'll see you guys over there in just a few short hours.
Sounds good. Thank you
All
for
right,
having
thank
us.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Henry
Coach. Thanks,
MacArthur
Camo.
and Cam Hamill joining us here on the Desert Gridiron Game Plan. After the break, we will visit with the Queen Creek Bulldogs, who will make the trip north up to North Las Vegas, Nevada, to battle the Mojave Rattlers. Stay with us after the break. More Desert Gridiron Game Plan.
It starts with a dream and a desire to be the best. You got the talent, you got the drive, and the work ethic. But to get recruited, it takes more than that. You need a playbook. That's where Recruit ID comes in. Our digital tools connect you with college programs that are fast, easy, and effective. Your dream is closer than you think. Let's get you seen. Visit recruitid.net and take your recruitment to the next level.
Get ready to feel the burn in Phoenix's newest hotspot. Hot Chicken Alley brings the sizzling Nashville-style hot chicken straight to your plate. Our finger-licking sandwiches will set your taste buds on fire. Come join us for a taste of Nashville right here in Phoenix at the corner of Tatum and Thunderbird. Brace yourself for a flavor explosion that'll keep you coming back for more. Hot Chicken Alley, a proud supporter of Thursday Night Football, right here on the Epic Sports Network.
On game day, communication is everything. Procom offers the most powerful, most reliable headsets on the market. Paired with our state-of-the-art coach-to-player communication tools, your team is sure to dominate. It's time to communicate like a pro. Visit us at procomheadsets.com.
We welcome you back to the Desert Gridiron Game Plan. Of course, the big matchup this week is Thursday night, the Cactus Shadows Falcons against the Desert Edge Scorpions out in Goodyear. Thanks again to both of those squads for joining us here tonight. And next, Ed, we're going to preview our first interstate matchup of the season. The Queen Creek Bulldogs are going to head north to battle the Mojave Rattlers up in Las Vegas, Nevada. That's going to be an exciting one.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a fun one. A little road trip there for Queen Creek to head to Nevada, take on the state champions, the Rattlers. That'll be a good one.
That should be fun. Coach Travis Sherman and the boys will head north in just a few short days. Joining us now on the program is Mr. David Rawson, running back for the Queen Creek Bulldogs. David, how are you tonight? Thank you so much for your time, and we appreciate you jumping on here with us.
I'm great. How are you guys doing?
Good, sir.
We're doing good, my friend. Tell us about the attitude, the mood around the football team as you guys, the Bulldogs, are getting ready for game number one, and you guys are starting things out with a big-time road trip.
Yeah, so it's very just energetic. I would say everyone's really excited to go and travel, and the energy is high. We obviously still have to be locked in, but everyone on the team is definitely really excited to go travel and go compete.
David, we know football is the ultimate sport. We all love football, but for you, playing the game, being immersed in the game, what is it about the game of football that's special to you and excites you every single year to throw that helmet on, throw those pads on, and just knock some heads around?
I think that right there, the physicality is one thing that has always been super big for me. I love being able to go play a sport where you can just go be physical, you can hit, and nothing's going to come out of it. And definitely the brotherhood. I love being able to look to my left, look to my right, and I know I can count on those people. And football is a game where everyone has to do their part. So that's the best part, is brotherhood.
Now, folks that are not familiar with the Queen Creek area, it's a bit of it was a small town feel, but now it's gotten so big out there. I'm not even sure you can call it a small town anymore, but there's something special to be said about playing football in a small town like Queen Creek, David. Am I right?
Yeah, it's definitely, I don't know if I would say it's small anymore, but it's definitely really fun to get out after it out here. And the schools locally here, it's just fun to compete against all of them.
And
David,
tell us about the support there as well, David, from the Queen Creek community. We know a lot of people come out and watch the games on Friday nights and Thursday nights. And just talk to us about the fan support there.
Oh, we love this. We love the fans. We love our parents coming out to each game. like what's the band, always love the band, getting out them to hear them perform for us. And the student section is always great. Love the atmosphere, love the energy that they bring, and it really just at the end of the day I feel like it makes us play better, you know what I mean? Being able to look at the stands and see friends and family cheering us on, and it's just great.
JP, of course, you stole my question. That was the question I was going to ask David, but I'll move on. I'll pivot to another question. So DR, for you, what have you worked on in the off season from your individual workouts to when you had to come together as a team to start getting prepared for the season? What are some things that you were laser focused on? Some things that when you watch film on yourself from last year, like we're watching some film on you now, what are some things that you know that you needed to tighten up on to get ready for the season so you can up your game and be that much more effective for Queen Creek?
So one thing for me, especially at the 6A level, I mean, I was probably around 195 last year running the ball, and I just felt like I needed to be bigger. Like at this level, I felt like there were some big dudes out there, and I felt like I needed to gain some weight. So that was one thing I took seriously over the offseason. I think I'm about 210 now, and just getting faster and stronger, obviously, because Coach Reynolds does a great job in the weight room. He's one of the best in the state, and he really teaches us and really helps us how to just better ourselves. And the weight room was one thing that he helped me with. I was able to pick my weight up, and he always said, the stronger you can get, that's how you get faster. Getting stronger, your legs, building your legs up in that weight room is just a great way to get faster. So that was one thing for me, was definitely getting bigger and just living in the weight room.
Talk to us about those big boys up front who open those holes for you night after night, and how important are they to the Queen Creek offense?
Oh, I love those guys. They are so important. I wouldn't be anyone without them, and they do a great job. They've been busting their butts all off season. They've been doing great at every practice. Obviously, still more to work towards. We can get better at. We can get better each practice, but they're some great dudes, some studs, and they got some size on them. That's for sure. So I'm really excited to run behind them this season.
David, talk about the importance of running the football, establishing the run, get winning the time of possession, being a part of that, establishing your will and your dominance on a football team. If you can establish that running game and keep it consistent throughout the course of a football game, the importance of all that.
Yeah, so being able to run the ball is definitely like deteriorating to your opponent. My coach always says the best part, it's so deteriorating if everyone in the stands, everyone there knows you're going to run the ball, and still being able to go run it and get first downs and convert. It's just, it does something to the defense. And that's what I love about it. And just looking forward to that.
That's one of the best things about football, especially the running game, is when everybody in the building, everybody watching on TV knows it's a running play and they still can't stop it.
Exactly.
You almost, David, have another built-in running back in your all-star quarterback, Tate Reynolds, who, let's face it, what did he run for about 1,500 yards last season on the ground? Talk about that young man and how he leads that offense.
Tate does a great job of leading the offense. He's definitely a leader. Makes sense why he's the quarterback. He takes over that quarterback role. He does a good job of getting us hype and energetic for each game. He also does a good job of locking us in, making sure we're locked in each huddle. And I know he's going to do a great job of opening up some stuff for us this year because, like you said, I mean, he's just an athlete, and he did a great job of running the ball last year. So I'm really excited for this dual threat that we have this season.
And David, I was going to say him being a dual threat, you're still going to eat though. Even though he had like 1,500 yards rushing, you're still going to eat. You're still going to get yours. You're going to get your carries. You're going to get your chance to make an impact on the offense, which you have done.
Yes, sir. I am looking forward to that for sure. I know he'll open up some things for me because him being that good of an athlete, quarterbacks they got to key on that. They got to build around it. So I'm sure it'll help me open up some stuff for me.
Now, David, we know the Bulldogs can score points, but talk about the defensive side of the football. What are some guys over there that have really are going to make an impact, and guys that we're going to be hearing about this season for the Queen Creek defense?
Our defense is looking pretty solid. They are definitely a younger group, but our coaches always say it doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter what you play or how young you are, whatever. It's if you can be a leader, then that's all that matters. And we have some younger kids like Colton Cox. We have Asher Howard who plays linebacker. They're younger kids, but they have stepped in and they've done a great job of being the leaders on the defense. And we also have a big returning senior, like Jerron and RJ, who done great job last year or returning this year, also do great jobs of being leaders. And it is a younger team, but I know they're going to get after it still. So I'm excited for them.
David, this game you're going to take on against the Mojave, the state champions. You're going to go to Las Vegas and take them on. When you scout them, when you look at them, you look at their defense, look at everything as a complete football team. What do you see from them? They're a really good football team. They were 12-1 last year, lost their first game, didn't lose the game the rest of the season. So they're on a major roll, and they want to keep that roll going up against you guys on Friday night.
Yes, sir. They for sure are. They definitely are a physical team. They got some speed to them too. And I look at them, they got some swagger too. They play with confidence. They know they're a good team, and we just got to match it. They're definitely physical. They got some speed, so got to key on that.
David, how excited are you? When you first heard about, hey, game one of the season, we're going to take a big road trip. We're going to go up to Vegas. How excited were you about that? Because let's face it, you don't know this now, but 20 years from now, you will not remember the score of the game from this Friday night, but I guarantee you'll remember the trip with your brothers.
Yeah, I'll for sure remember the trip because 2 years ago, I think I was a sophomore. I had the ability to go up to Utah, and we played a team up in Utah about halfway through the season. And it was a great experience. I loved it. I love being able to spend time with my friends and my brothers, getting able to just get to know them better. And we literally just lived with each other for a couple days and got to eat with them, share rooms with them. And it was a great experience.
David, go ahead and shout out your family, your friends, everybody that's been so supportive of you, that's been in your corner, that's been pushing you and encouraging you to continue to chase your dreams, whatever they may be. Go ahead and give some love to those and go ahead and shout those people out.
Yeah, definitely shout out to my family, my mom, my dad. Shout out to all my teammates, Bear, all the coaches. Definitely Coach Mo, he's done a great job. Coach Sherman, Coach Reynolds, and all the other teammates that I might be blanking on, but I know Tate too. I'm grateful for all of them.
Running back David Rawson of the Queen Creek Bulldogs joining us here on the Desert Gridiron Game Plan. David, thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure getting to know you and visit with you for a little bit. Good luck this Friday night. We're excited to check in on that football game and see how you guys fare against those Mojave Rattlers. Safe travels, and we look forward to speaking with you again in the very near future, my friend.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
Go ahead and represent AZ, David. Represent AZ, brother.
Yes, sir, I will. Thank you, guys.
Bulldogs running back David Rawson right there joining us here on the Desert Gridiron Game Plan. We'll take a brief commercial timeout, and when we return, we will head to North Las Vegas, Nevada, and visit with Coach Wes Pacheco and the Mojave Rattlers when we return from the break. Stay with us. More Desert Gridiron Game Plan after the break. Get ready to feel the burn in Phoenix's newest hotspot. Hot Chicken Alley brings the sizzling Nashville-style hot chicken straight to your plate. Our finger-licking sandwiches will set your taste buds on fire. Come join us for a taste of Nashville right here in Phoenix at the corner of Tatum and Thunderbird. Brace yourself for a flavor explosion that'll keep you coming back for more. Hot Chicken Alley, a proud supporter of Thursday Night Football, right here on the Epic Sports Network.
On game day, communication is everything. Procom offers the most powerful, most reliable headsets on the market. Paired with our state-of-the-art coach-to-player communication tools, your team is sure to dominate. It's time to communicate like a pro. Visit us at procomheadsets.com.
We welcome you back to the Desert Gridiron Game Plan here on the Epic Sports Network. So glad you joined us, Ed. Some great matchups this week that we're featuring here. Not only our Thursday night game, but a battle up in North Las Vegas, Nevada, happening on Friday night as the Queen Creek Bulldogs head north to battle the Mojave Rattlers. Joining us now, Coach Wes Pacheco and Francisco Renares here on the program with us. Coach Pacheco, thank you so much for taking the time. We certainly appreciate it. It's a pleasure to visit with anytime we get to visit with an out-of-state team. So just tell us about the overall mood of your ball club up there. You guys had a really great 2024 season, and tell us how you plan on building on that for 2025.
First of all, I just want to give thanks to you guys. With great humility, it's an honor to again, anytime our kids that we serve get recognition like this, and we're able to put them on a stage to compete against what I consider to be a great competition for us on Friday. It's a blessing. We're heading into the 2025 season, with with a hunter mentality. We're fortunate enough to build a program here over the last 4 years, where the fruits of our labor was a 4A state championship here in Nevada, and we want to continue our rise, and for us the rise is starting to compete against quality top tier teams, especially out of state teams, and we're lucky enough to have the opportunity to play against Queens Creek, a high quality football team that will make us better. We're going to use it as motivation to get out there and play high level football and compete against these guys and compete to win. We have we have a winner's mentality moving to this season, and we got a great group of guys with a lot of good experience and guys with heart. Our program motto is high motor everything. So we've been working and we've been getting better, and we ain't afraid of anybody. We're prepping with the mentality to beat Bishop Gorman on October 10th. So this Queen Creek game preps us for that. So we're a program on the rise, and I'm not afraid to say that. We attack that mentality that we want to be a top 4 team in Nevada here in either this season or next. We ain't waiting.
Coach, I share that mentality with you. Why not us, right? This is our year. I say it I'm a huge Denver Bronco fan. I say it all the time. This is our year. I'm going to say that every single year. It's never going to change. Go ahead, Ed.
Coach, I was going to ask you, how did this game come together where you can host Queen Creek on Friday night? We're just interested to see how this came together between Nevada and Arizona. These two teams came together to square off on Friday.
So I'm actually from Hawaii. So I was, if I'm honest, we're trying to look for a opportunity to play a physical football team in Hawaii. I believe in tough physical football. Unfortunately, we don't, the bill to go to Hawaii is about $50K.
Ooh.
So we're fortunate enough where Queen Creek had an opening, and they had a desire to come to Vegas, and everything fit. We heard that they got a great quarterback. They got a great. More importantly, they just play great football, and it's proof. Proof is in the film that we've kind of hunkered down and studied. So that's kind of where we're at. We said let's not spend $50K to go to Hawaii. Let's just go ahead and invite Queen Creek over and let's play some football.
Coach, tell us about the young man you brought along, your running back. You said he's one of your core program leaders, Francisco Reinares, one of your running backs there for the Mojave Rattlers. Tell us about this young man and what he means to your program.
I tell you what, he represents everything that we've built here. Our high motor everything moniker, our underdog mentality. Go ahead and not afraid to compete against everyone. This is his 4th year in this program. I mean, every year he's gotten better. And he's gotten to a point where he is our workhorse in the backfield. He expects to be 1,000-yard or more rusher this year. He's a little scat back, work done type runner that we love. Heart of a lion, and he also got the big boys in front. We average about 300 pounds on the front line, and we want those guys to demolish guys. So with a big line in front, if he does his job, and he's going to have a great year. He's also a great student athlete for us with a 3.8 cumulative GPA, with aspirations to go to college. So, I mean, he's the total package. He's everything we envision a Mojave Rattler student athlete to be.
Francisco, I love to hear a 3.8 GPA off the football field. What is it about you in the classroom that makes you that much of an achiever in the classroom to have a GPA like that? And as Coach mentioned, you want to go on to more achievements in college and beyond that. Just the studious part of Francisco Reinares.
Yes, sir. My mentality is just when you get your work, just get it done right when you get it, turn it in. Mainly, I gotta focus on my academics because sports is really just a side thing for me. Yeah, but for college, I really want to go to college. I just want to be better for myself, get a good working job, and things of that nature. But yeah, I'm really strong at academics, I feel like.
Francisco, you are no doubt on the right path, my man. If you keep that mentality that you have right now, where academics is number one, and then hey,
Yes,
the
sir.
football is going to come. It's the fun of football is going to come. Talk to us about Coach Pacheco and the rest of the staff there, how they pour into you guys every day.
Yeah. I really trust in my coaches. I trust in their words. They really encourage us after our after practice huddles. They speak to us about first they speak to us about football, then what we need to get done, like our academics, what we need to do when we get home. They really just encourage us to do better with ourselves. We have a good culture, we have a good program, and I believe that our program involves not only sports but also academics.
Francisco, Coach mentioned the longevity that you have in the program, and you growing and continuing to mature and be better every single game, every single season that you come in. What is it about the program and about you and your desire to continue to stay in this program and continue to get better and make the program better in itself?
Uh, when I first arrived this program, I was like small, maybe like 5 foot. I had a very welcoming head coach, Coach Pacheco. He welcomed me in. The whole community loved me, the staff, the team, my teammates. They just they're there for me all the time. I never had them. We got a good culture, and I believe in it. That's why I keep coming back. During the off season, I worked out and stuff like that. I feel like to be better, you just gotta trust in your coaches, trust in your teammates, and that's really it.
Coach Pacheco, I love to see the passion that you guys have for the game of football. I'm excited to see what happens on Friday night. You talk about wanting to face a physical, tough football team. You've picked the exact right one in the Queen Creek Bulldogs, and it should be a great matchup. You mentioned building a program there at Mojave. Talk about the stamp that you've been able to put on that football team, and we know it's a lot more about culture than it ever will be about X's and O's.
Correct. When I took over the program, I think the year before they were 0-10, so I really took a program that we started from foundation one, level one, so it's a 4-year journey here. I consider a 4-year journey of really rolling up your sleeves, getting to work, loving on these kids. We give them equal amount of love, and then the same amount of tough love, and when we understand player development, we're rooted, not recruited. I'm adamant about that. We live in a day and age in football where you're either a coach that develops their players, if I'm being real and honest, and I don't care what people think about what I say, but there's either coaches that develop a culture and they're about player development, or you're a coach that recruits. I mean, let's just face it, and that's the way the world works. I'm about hunting down those teams that recruit. We're going to win because of our culture. We're going to win because we love football. We're going to compete for all the right reasons, and that's how I grew up loving football. And I just feel fortunate that I get to live every day teaching this to young men, So we're going to take that. We're going to take that culture and we're going to test it out against Queens Creek. That's what I'm excited about. It's kind of like a test run for us, like how do we measure against a physical football team, and how can we apply it and get better? It truly is an iron sharpens iron game. But more importantly, it establishes our culture. We feel good about our game last week. We played our first game last week and we had fun. We played hard. We had fun. I mean, there's a sparkle in all of our players' eyes where I have high hopes that we're going to go out this season and do big things. That's the mentality we got to have, is we're going to keep getting better, and we ain't backing down from nobody.
Coach, I got a two-parter for you. A 4-year plan. You said you inherited the team. They were 0-10, and in a short amount of years, you go 12-1. You win a state championship. Was that a challenge for you? How tough was it for you to start from day one at that point where the program was to get it to where you are now? That's question one. And then question two, was it tough for these kids to buy into what you're trying to build? You talk about culture. Was it tough for these young men to buy into what you were trying to do as you're building this program?
Yeah, when you build culture, you also go in at the high school level. When you build culture, you're not just building the culture from the football program, but you're also trying to plant the seeds of how people think and the mentality of everybody on campus. So building culture starts from on campus with my fellow, teachers that I teach on campus. I'm also an educator on campus. So creating that seed of a competitive mentality. So when I say change the culture, it really is kind of changing like the school culture and mentality, and then that slowly snowballs into our players, our students on campus, believing in what we're trying to do. Gaining 120 plus players into the program, right? As opposed to having, I think the year before I came in, there was only less than 30 players total. They had no JV or freshman team. So, it's a slow progression. It's step by step, but it has to be intentional. So it's been intentional. It's been fun. It's been challenging. I mean, it's been everything you can imagine what a 4-year turnaround is. It came that way. And I'll always like to say this is there's probably another coach that is changing his culture and is probably successful and that coach didn't win a championship. So, I mean, we were blessed and lucky that at year 4, we capstone our turnaround with a championship. So we don't want to stop there. We have an opportunity to move forward. We like to abide by the simple notion that Rome wasn't built in a day. We're trying to build Rome here in Nevada, in North Las Vegas, So we got to take the next step this year. And that's what I'm excited about is we're going to keep attacking and planning that.
Coach, we're excited about the rise of Arizona high school football here over the last 5 to 10 seasons. Ed and I have been involved with high school football for right about that same amount of time. And let me tell you, it has really skyrocketed. Tell us a little bit more about Las Vegas high school football. Is it a different style up there? Are you able to maybe compare the two now that you've been watching a little bit of film from down here in the Grand Canyon State? Just give us a little breakdown on Las Vegas high school football.
I think it's fairly similar. Now Arizona has a lot more teams, right? Obviously, I think what separates Las Vegas or Nevada in general, and especially in the Valley in Las Vegas, is it's a very transient community. So you have a lot of families from different parts of the country that comes into the Valley to play football. So what you see in Las Vegas is you see a nice mix of different style of football. It's not all the same per se, right? The communities is very transient. Some of the communities here are still relatively new, right? A lot of schools is building their reputation and their legacy, such as Mojave High School, right, in North Las Vegas. So that's what I see. Arizona football reminds me of Hawaii football. That's where I'm from. I coached there for a while, and there's a little bit more tradition in Arizona. You see a lot more variation of tough style football. And I think the gap's closing in terms of just competitive football, say in Nevada and Arizona versus like Texas and Florida. Like it's not much different, especially California football. A lot of people like to say that there's better football in California. I like to say pause real quick because, man, there's good football being played in multiple states, and that includes Nevada and Arizona.
Yeah, it's crazy the amount of talent that's just nationwide, not just Nevada and Arizona. My goodness, there's so much talent, and these young men are just getting offers because they are that good, Coach Pacheco, that they can go out here and all these schools can go after them because they go out here, they compete, they play hard like your young men do, and then they get rewarded for the fruits of their labors.
Correct. And then it's all in the film. It's all also in the great coaching, right? I think there's high level coaching now in terms of coaches seek out information. I think you're more prone to see coaches looking to get better every year. I think old tradition, old culture of football is I'm going to stick to what I know and I am who I am mentality. When that's not the case anymore. You got to evolve. You got to have different coaching strategies, teaching strategies. Your X's and O's got to evolve a little bit, and you got to change with the times. So I think that's what we're seeing. We're also seeing a shift in just how you approach football a little bit, which in turn makes football a lot fun and gives more kids opportunities.
Coach, not sure if you've scheduled a home and home with Queen Creek, but hopefully you guys maybe will make your way down here to the Valley of the Sun next football season. And I tell you, we'd love to put you guys on the air because I'm excited about what's going on up there for Mojave football.
Oh, 100%. We want to travel. We're blessed that Queens Creek is coming over to us, and we want to return the favor. So we also want to teach our players humility and being grateful for like opportunities. So part of our job as a program is to teach our kids the act of humility, giving back. So it'll be an honor for us to hopefully go to Queen Creek next year and return the favor.
And believe me, Coach, it won't cost you $50,000 to go to Queen Creek, Arizona.
No, not. We'll school bus it. We'll yellow bus it down there.
That's it. We'll go old school, no doubt. Coach, so great to get to know you guys. Francisco, thank you so much for taking the time to come on here. Good luck on Friday night. And as I mentioned, we're going to be tuned in and watching that one and seeing what Mojave football is all about. Thank you again for your time. We certainly appreciate it. And we'll talk to you guys again very soon.
Take care, guys.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Stay with us on the Desert Gridiron Game Plan. We'll return from the break and wrap up this edition right here on a Tuesday night.
On game day, communication is everything. Procom offers the most powerful, most reliable headsets on the market. Paired with our state-of-the-art coach-to-player communication tools, your team is sure to dominate. It's time to communicate like a pro. Visit us at procomheadsets.com.
Get ready to feel the burn in Phoenix's newest hotspot. Hot Chicken Alley brings the sizzling Nashville-style hot chicken straight to your plate. Our finger-licking sandwiches will set your taste buds on fire. Come join us for a taste of Nashville right here in Phoenix at the corner of Tatum and Thunderbird. Brace yourself for a flavor explosion that'll keep you coming back for more. Hot Chicken Alley, a proud supporter of Thursday Night Football, right here on the Epic Sports Network. We welcome you back to the Desert Gridiron Game Plan. Ed, what a show it's been. What a pleasure it was to get to know the Mojave Rattlers. And talking with Coach Pacheco, I'm literally ready to strap on a helmet myself.
And that is a guy that you would run through a wall for, a brick wall, a steel wall, whatever you want to. In 4 short years, JP, he inherited a team that was 0-10. 4 years later, they're 12-1 and they're state champions. Wow.
And listen, Ed, it tells you right there, it's all about that culture, because I guarantee you that other team ran a, student body left, and they ran the drag route the same way and all that stuff, but it's so much more than that. So thanks to Coach Pacheco and the Mojave Rattlers for joining us here tonight on the Desert Gridiron Game Plan. One more time, Ed, a great week of Arizona high school football, and it extends up into the state of Nevada this week.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch that game on Friday night. But, of course, we've got to take care of business on Thursday night. We've got a little bit of work to do over in Goodyear as we got a good game going on Thursday, JP.
Yes, we do. We encourage you to tune in Thursday night. We'll be on the air at 6:30 p.m. on the 12 Plus app. You can also catch the game as well on the Epic Sports Network on YouTube. And we're going to have a special halftime guest as well. DJ Warner joins us from Dallas, a member of the SMU Mustangs, where he's going into his sophomore season. I'm excited for Thursday night.
Yeah, I cannot wait. 6:30 pregame, folks. We will be on the field, JP and I. We will hopefully the weather is good, so we'll join you at 6:30, and we will kick this thing off at 7 o'clock. It should be a great one. Cactus Shadows and DE playoff matchup again. Again, a lot of pleasantries will be exchanged. Won't be pleasant. It'll be some unpleasantries, I should say.
And let's just say that it won't be sharing Thanksgiving recipes down there on the field before the game on Thursday night. But checking that weather forecast on Channel 12 before we got on the air here, we're looking like a 0 chance of monsoon storms on Thursday. So, Ed, I think we hopefully got most of that out of our system last night here in the Valley of the Sun.
Oh, good. Yeah, praise God. Let's get that out of the way, and let's get some clear skies for Thursday.
Yes, indeed. Special thanks once again to our guests tonight from the Cactus Shadows Falcons, Desert Edge Scorpions, Queen Creek Bulldogs, and the Mojave Rattlers. For my broadcast partner, Mr. Ed Cole, I'm James Poovey, saying make sure and join us Thursday night, 6:30 p.m. on 12 Plus for Cactus Shadows and Desert Edge. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you on Thursday.
Good night, folks.